Welcome to Business with Louis, the show where we explore the world of entrepreneurship and help you turn your ideas into successful ventures. Today we're discussing one of the most critical aspects of building a business, raising capital. Whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting out, understanding these concepts can make all the difference in securing the funding your business needs to grow. Raising capital is essentially about finding the money necessary to launch, maintain, or expand your business. It's a crucial step because it determines how quickly and effectively you can bring your product or service to market, compete with existing businesses, and achieve your long-term goals. The two primary methods of raising capital are bootstrapping, where you rely on your own savings or revenue from early customers, and seeking investors, who provide funding in exchange for equity in your company. Bootstrapping is all about self-sufficiency. It means using your personal resources or generating revenue through sales to fund your business operations. This approach allows you to maintain control over your company and avoid debt or diluting ownership. However, it can limit how quickly you can grow, since you're reliant on organic revenue streams. On the other hand, seeking investors involves bringing in external funding from venture capitalists, angel investors, or even crowdfunding platforms. This method provides a significant influx of capital that can accelerate growth, help you scale faster, and often brings valuable expertise and networking opportunities to the table. However, it means giving up some control over your company, since investors will have a stake in its direction and decisions. Historically, both approaches have been successful, depending on the industry, market conditions, and the specific needs of the business. Influential thinkers like Steve Blank and Eric Ries have emphasized the importance of lean startup methodologies that can be applied to both bootstrapping and investor-funded models, focusing on rapid iteration and customer feedback. Warby Parker, for instance, is a company that started with a significant investment, but has since grown into a billion-dollar brand by balancing external funding with strategic decision-making. Conversely, companies like MailChimp have successfully bootstrapped their way to enormous success, maintaining control and profitability without external investors. Uber and Airbnb are prime examples of businesses that leveraged investor capital to achieve unprecedented scale and disrupt entire industries. However, their journeys also highlight the challenges of managing rapid growth and balancing stakeholder interests. If you're considering which path to take for your own business, here are some practical tips. First, assess your industry and competition to understand what kind of funding is typical and what will give you a competitive edge. Consider your personal risk tolerance and whether you're comfortable with the idea of external investors influencing your company's direction. If you decide to bootstrap, focus on creating a lean operation that generates revenue quickly. Be prepared to pivot based on customer feedback and maintain a strong cash flow to weather any storms. Tools like lean canvas models can help you map out your business strategy efficiently. On the other hand, if you choose to seek investors, develop a robust financial model and practice your pitch to convince potential investors of your vision's potential. Networking events and startup accelerators can be invaluable in connecting with the right investors. Research findings from studies on entrepreneurship also underscore the importance of timing and market conditions when deciding between bootstrapping and seeking investors. For instance, during economic downturns, securing investment can be more challenging, making bootstrapping a more viable option for some businesses. In conclusion, raising capital is a pivotal moment in the life of any business, and understanding the pros and cons of bootstrapping versus seeking investors can significantly impact your success. Whether you choose to go it alone or bring in external funding, what matters most is that you have a clear vision, a solid strategy, and the agility to adapt as your business grows. That's it for today's Business with Louis. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and remember, every great business starts with action. Make your next move count.